All right, today we're diving into something really cool, a totally new way of thinking about water in our cities, and it comes from a company called Deutsche Waters. We're going to break down their tech, which is all about building cities that are smarter, safer, and ready for whatever the climate throws at them.
You know, with all the crazy weather we've been seeing and infrastructure that's, well, getting pretty old, city leaders are facing a massive question. How do we actually protect our communities? More than that, how do we stop just cleaning up after disasters and actually get ahead of them?
So, to figure out the answer, we first have to get a real handle on just how big this problem is. Let's dig into the challenges our cities are really up against right now.
And look, this isn't some far-off, maybe one-day problem. It is happening right now. What you're seeing here is the tough reality for cities all over the world. They're dealing with systems that are just plain old, and at the same time facing more and more water-related disasters. The pressure is on, and it's only getting worse.
It really boils down to a perfect storm of three big issues. First, you've got flood disasters happening more and more all over the globe. Second, the pipes and systems underground, they're old, and they were definitely not built for the kind of climate challenges we're seeing today. And third, and this is a big one, we're flying blind a lot of the time because there's no good way to monitor things remotely. That means we don't see a crisis coming until it's basically already here.
But what if we could see everything? What if our cities had like a central brain that could predict what's coming, adapt on the fly, and optimize how water moves in real time? Well, that's exactly where Deutsche Waters comes in with their game-changing solution. It's called Sliced. Okay, I know, it's a bit of a mouthful, but trust me, every part of that name is important. Sliced stands for Simulation Learning Integrated Climate Resilient Environmental Design. And the key thing to get here is that this isn't just another app or piece of software. It's a whole philosophy, a new way to design cities that are truly built to last. So this breaks it down into 4 key parts. It all starts with simulation. That's the physics, modeling how water actually works. Then it layers on machine learning, which is where the predictive magic happens. Next, it uses optimization to find the absolute best way to handle things. And finally, and this is crucial, it's all checked against real-world data from the field. It creates this amazing, intelligent loop that's always learning and getting smarter. Let's zoom in on that AI engine, the core of the whole thing. Think of it like this. On one hand, you have the simulation part. That's the part that knows physics, it knows exactly how water is supposed to behave, which keeps the whole system grounded in reality. On the other hand, you've got the machine learning, which is constantly running through possibilities to find the smartest strategy. It's like combining a world-class physicist with a super genius strategist to create one powerful brain that's a master of water control.
Okay, but a brain isn't much good if you can't see or hear what's going on, right? It needs senses. So how does the sliced AI get all its real-time info from the ground? Well, that's where the hardware enters the picture.
Meet the Santel S200 sensors. These little guys are the eyes and ears of the entire system. They're super rugged, use almost no power, and are built to be dropped into the toughest environments you can imagine, and just work reliably for years and years.
So let's talk about what these things can do, because it's pretty impressive. A 10-year battery life, that means you basically install them and forget about them. Almost zero maintenance. They can communicate wirelessly up to 20 kilometers away, which is huge for covering a whole city. They even have some AI built right in for making quick, automatic adjustments on the spot. Oh, and yeah, they're completely waterproof. These aren't just simple sensors. They're tough, smart assets for the long haul.
And here's how it all comes together. All those sensors and controllers out in the field, the senses, are constantly beaming data up to the DW Cloud platform. This is the direct line to the sliced AI, the brain. What you end up with is essentially a live, real-time digital twin of the city's entire water system. It's a complete virtual mirror of what's happening on the ground.
All right, so we've got the brain and we've got the senses. The big question is, what does this actually mean for a city? What does this future look like when you put it all into practice?
Well, the possibilities are honestly pretty amazing. We're talking about using this for everything from monitoring floodplains, to managing water levels in reservoirs, to making sure pump stations are running as efficiently as possible. It all gets pulled together into one single smart water network for the entire city. A complete picture with total control.
And this, right here, is the ultimate payoff. You get a city that doesn't just react to problems anymore, it anticipates them. With this kind of real-time control, the system can make adjustments automatically before a disaster even has a chance to happen. And looking forward, the AI helps cities plan and design better, more resilient infrastructure from day one.
This quote really just nails it. It sums the whole thing up perfectly. Sliced bridges, environmental simulation, artificial intelligence, and infrastructure design to secure our future. It's all about bringing those different worlds together to create something powerful, something that helps build a safer future for all of us.
You know, the wildest part is that this isn't just a concept or a blueprint for the future. This tech is real, and it's being put to work today. So that really leaves just one big question, especially for anyone involved in running a city. Is your city ready for the future of water?